The ancient sites are just basically advanced technology on a gigantic scale. And we've never been able to see it because most of us don't really get images, or we don't see these ancient sites from the air, like the stone circles. When you stand next to it and you walk in these temples in Egypt, it's so overwhelming and so mesmerizing that we don't really see the wood for the trees. But when you start looking at it from the air, everything changes. These temples in Egypt, they're just too many pillars, not enough space. It's obviously not meant to come and kiss butt of some king or some god and offer food and come there for forgiveness and all, It's just, it's the wrong shape, the wrong size, too many pillars. Why? And when you start looking at it from the air, you realize what it's all about. It's not about worshiping and offering food and that. And you start seeing what's going on. And resonating, vibrating pillars on beautiful platforms, acoustic chambers, and very quickly you realize that these are just templates for gigantic circuit boards, gigantic energy circuit boards on a scale that we could not have imagined. And because they did this in times where money did not restrict what they were trying to achieve, they did what they had to do to either inhabit a planet or survive or create a result that they were looking for. Microprocessors become giant macroprocessors. And this is one of my favorite images. You can just imagine what historians are telling us about the kind of worshiping that used to go in these places here. And the pyramid is just a beautiful example of the same thing. It just carries on. And Angkor Wat, there you got the combination of quartz and water, the two most abundant elements on Earth, that both contain memory, conduct light and sound. Sacsay Huaman is another great example of just a circuit board on top of a mountain. This is not a mountaintop fortress, clearly built for other reasons, that was possibly inhabited in more recent times and used by more recent civilizations, just like the stone circles. Here's another example. There's your circuit board connected with a beautiful row of ringing pillars connected to the circuit board here, the amphitheater there. This is a very badly destroyed circuit board, as you can see. And there's another one, old remains of the circuit board up top, the top of the mountain. There's your amphitheater there that was connected to it. And there's another one here in North Africa, in Algeria. Here they put the circuit board, they put the amphitheater right into the heart of the circuit board. It's really badly destroyed. And so it goes. And nothing has changed in 2018. Temples have just become churches, towers, steeples. Who came up with this idea of this giant cone sticking up into the sky? Who was the architect that came up with this? Why do churches and places of worship have to have this architecture? It's because people create sound and energy. You understand how important the sound and energy is, and how these cones at the top of our churches and mosques actually send that sound and convert that sound into a different kind of sound as it sends it up into the sky. And so we start talking about the cone-shaped effects. Our sound is being harvested by cone-shaped roofs. And the business centers in our cities are nothing less than just giant things, resonators up into the sky, resonating the energy of the people and the noise and the phones and the anxiety and the fear. And our city grids are just like giant circuit boards, all connected by channels of energy, just like the stone circles connected by channels of energy that never stop making a noise. And that's when I realized that in the Matrix, when Morpheus holds up the battery and he says, "We are the energy." And when I first saw the Matrix, I had no idea what he was talking about. I now have a much better idea what Morpheus was saying. What we energy for at this stage is open to interpretation.